Test 1 2 1 2. This is Juanki.
And this is Hawk.
And this is the Jnhpodcast.
Yo, we want to thank you for tuning in. This is you again. This is for the whole world if you listen in. From the Empire State to your headphones. While you work in your car or at home, we want to bring you nothing but laughter. You should pour yourself a drink to relax ya. We coming to you live and direct. It's Juanki and Hawk and we back on the set.
He doesn't even know the words, y'all. Juanki and Hawk, and he still does not know the words. So he didn't even learn the old intro. Juanki and Hawk, yo, we back on the set. Yo,
I'm a mean hype man. Thank you.
that wasn't for you.
Was that okay? Could I not breathe until? Do you want me to pass out from not breathing? I'm supposed to hold my breath, but I'm doing my microphone.
Yes.
I paid a lot of attention to mic technique. As a matter of fact, once
Oh my God.
I was well established in the theater company that I was in, I was responsible for teaching the younger ones how to properly use the microphone. And I kind of feel a little bit disrespected that you hold me in here and at least you had air controlled, what is this called? Climate control? A climate control environment for me, because you would have put me here at 91 degrees and expected me to perform like I'm some type of Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey elephant and we're going on tour across the country. I'm glad you're finding it funny. I'm glad.
Oh my God. Next on Things We Don't Care About. I am the Incredible Hulk.
And I am Juanki.
And this is
the Jnhpodcast. You have to smice with your, Tyra Banks got up there. Remember when she said she turned into an alien right before our eyes?
Her
forehead protruded back. Her eyes just became wider. Her nose was It was like, oh my God.
She gave Predator vibes.
She gave the whole thing. How are you, the love of my life, my incredible
I was going to see what you were going to say. I am good. It's been a minute, but we back with the jump off.
Well, you've been very busy.
I have been booked and busy, y'all. I've been doing a lot of working. Is that even correct? I feel like my brain is just, listen, I'm rebooting, okay?
Fried?
No, I'm not fried. I'm rebooting because I had a very, how could I say this? A productive week.
Conjugate the verb. Okay.
I had a very productive week.
A very productive week. No, you have been working tirelessly, and I thank you, honey, because you are the real deal. Thank you, baby. I love you.
The real McCoy. Thank you, my love. No, I appreciate it, but
has the vacation wore off yet?
The vacation has wore off, but first, I would like to say thank you guys for being so patient with the Jnh podcast and its production.
Well, they understand. I mean,
we are real individuals.
We are a real urban married couple. He married a socialite, a former socialite. I might as well have been a debutante back in the day when I was, in the mean streets of Washington Heights. And when I got to Harlem, that's when the stock went up.
Are you trying to get like Anita to help you so you can debut or something?
Beyond the Gates is going to be sickening next week, babe.
We're going to get there.
How do you feel about an all-black soap opera that is of your time? Because before our time, there was something called Another World, or
they've been around the world, and
something like Generations was another one. You remember Generations? You shouldn't, because that's way before your time. But your mama didn't have it in the background playing?
My mom hated stories.
Really?
Yeah, my grandmother watched them. My grandmother loved it. My mother hated it. My mother's actually named after one of the characters in a story. And
was it a good character or a bad character?
I never watched that shit.
Well, that the good characters for an actor are the characters that are in between.
Yeah, because they get to show like
one
a
season
range.
they're good, and the next season they're completely unhinged and out their minds.
Oh, you talking about Leslie?
Yeah, well, you want because you get some range. You get some range. Remind me later on, and I will tell you my story about the soap opera that was shooting here in New York back in my teens, and
Okay, we're going to get into that.
All right.
We're going to get into those stories. But like I said, I want to say thank you to everyone who's patiently waiting. We still see you guys clicking on the website and listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts all around the world, different countries, some countries that I did not know existed. And it's always amazing to see the audience clicking and reacting to our podcast. It feels good, and we need to focus a lot more on our broader audience, you know, and the website, and just give them what they want. But yes, we have been busy, and we took a break, just a little break, and we went on a cruise. You want to tell them about the cruise, my love?
Sure. Our annual vacation this year was Virgin Voyages cruise that we took. You know, I am a veteran of the seas.
Uh-oh.
Let's just put that out there.
There we go.
But Incredible Hulk, this was the first time that he had ever stepped foot on a ship.
On a ship, yes.
So,
yes.
you know, through social media, there's this content creator who put together the cruise, and about a year ago, was it a year ago? No. We joined like 6 months ago, right?
Jesus.
So we found out that there was a cruise with a bunch of YouTubers were gonna go and subscribers, and I said, you know what, baby, let's go ahead and jump on this. And I did have my reservations and my concerns because I did not know how Incredible Hulk was going to react to being on a boat. Well, they don't call it a boat; they call it
a ship.
Okay, and all he can see 360 degrees is water, blue water all around. I really thought you were gonna freak out, and so I was already like, okay, well, I can knock him out with alcohol, get him real liquored up, and he'll sleep until we get to some port, because you know it could be a little bit daunting to just like feel the. And then although I was a veteran when I was in college. On the booze cruise. So
it's been a while for you.
Some places my friends told me we docked at and we ported at. I can't remember because I was so drunk. Back in my college days.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, they said, I remember coming back and on Facebook seeing pictures of us in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. And I was like, we went to Mexico? They had the guys walking around the beach with backpacks that spray, you know, those sprayers that they use to like fertilizer or whatever. Instead of fertilizer, it was tequila. And they will come and spray. I would tell you to open your mouth. You will open your mouth. They will spray you in there. And then the other one will shake your head. Shake.
Oh my God.
I remember maybe once or twice of that. But apparently I did like that like 6 or 7 times.
Oh. Well, you were in the right place to get that effed up.
But with that said, I was concerned about you. So I want to talk about how you felt at first, and then let's talk about the preparation and then our experience.
I was ready. I'm not afraid of the ocean. I can swim, so you know the worst thing that can happen in the ocean. I mean, well, before we saw the poop cruise, I would rather the boat go down than to be sleeping with ish all around me.
You want to know the crazy thing?
Insane.
Today in the news, I just heard this morning, one of the I think it's like Princess Cruise Lines.
Yeah.
They lost power for about 2 hours, they say, and they were drifting and everything, the whole nine. The people on the boat say that was the press release, but the people on the boat said that it was actually longer than 2 hours. It was like more like 5.
Wow.
But the cruise line is trying to do some damage control by saying it was just 2 hours. And then they were able to get everything back up and going again. But I was concerned about the possibility of losing power and us drifting and all of that. The good thing about our cruise is that we were going to
Bimini Beach, Bahamas, and Key West, Florida. So
we were pretty much very close. So if there was an issue, they could have pulled us back in less than half a day. But that was one of my concerns.
Would they give us our money back?
They gave people, the ones now, they gave them credit. And the ones on the poop ship, they gave them their money back and a credit for another cruise.
Oh, okay.
On the same line.
No, listen, let me tell you. Was that Carnival?
Carnival it was.
I would never do Carnival cruise.
Carnival it was.
Listen, you can't get me back on a poop cruise or any line that had that incident happen, because that is like staffing issues or a mechanical failure. I don't trust it.
Baby, when they came around giving them bags, plastic bags, here you go number 2 on
just
here.
pull your pants over the balcony and just let it go.
No. You couldn't throw it overboard.
No, I'm talking about just let it flow in the ocean.
God.
Let
you can't
it
just
flow.
get out of it like that.
Let it flow.
But okay, back to Carnival. Back to
don't do that. Don't do that.
No,
don't
hell
curse
no.
us like that. No,
back to Virgin Voyages.
We went to Virgin Voyages and we were on the Resilient Lady, the big, beautiful red and every.
She's not that big. She's a smaller ship.
it was big compared to any other thing that I've been on, okay? I've been on a train. It's bigger than a train and a ferry in New York, so it's big. So for my first cruise, it was amazing. I was ready. I was not scared. I was a little worried about the type of people that would show up from YouTube because of the certain sector of YouTube that you dwelled in. And it was kind of like the basement dungeon, purgatory people that could have possibly came. And
however, there's another people that showed up.
Absolutely not. Thank God for that, because that was my biggest concern, my love.
Well, the thing is that with a Virgin Voyages cruise, with a Virgin cruise, you really are making an investment for your vacation.
Your peace of mind.
Mm-hmm. You are, first of all, it's adults only. And when I say adults only, I mean 18 and up. I don't mean stripper pole and swingers and all that. I mean no kids. F them kids. Them kids.
For real.
So everybody's adult. It's an adult.
Yeah, it's not a sex ship. I've seen things online where they say, oh, that's like a swinger ship. And no, it's not that. It's just people that are 18 and older that can have adult fun, not have to censor their words or the music around people because of children or infants, things like that. So it was good for me.
However, my husband was propositioned at the VIP.
Oh, we're gonna get there.
Deck.
We're gonna get there. But I wanted to give the people a rundown of just the events. And then we can go day by day.
Go ahead, babe.
If you want to.
Do it.
So on the first day, we pulled up in Miami because we did board the ship in Miami. Getting into Miami was okay. The traffic was a little crazy, but other than that, it was fine.
Let me tell you something. The check-in process that you witness and you experience, it's kind of like now I'm concerned for you, because I want you to understand that what we experienced in that check-in process is completely unheard of, and they're the only ones who do it that way. Every other line, no matter if you're cruising in the suites, which would be the higher, higher fares and higher, not quality of service, of higher service. Yeah, I'm gonna say higher quality of service
type of travel.
Like expedited entrance and stuff like that. They're still waiting. You're still sitting around. You're doing all of that. Now, tell us about the check-in process.
Well, Incredible Hulk does not wait, so we will only be checking in with this ship. The check-in process, when we first strolled from the parking lot, because we rented a vehicle to, get there, and I saw this massive line of people and almost died inside, because I was like, do we have to wait in this line? And my husband was like, no, we go down there. And in my mind, I was like, I don't think we go down there. They're going to make us come back here and do this. We walked straight in because we were rock stars. Yay! So, the rock star status. So we walked right in through the rock star entrance. It was me, Juanki. It was like 2 people in front of us, 1 couple behind us. Not a lot of people.
We walked right up to a check-in desk.
We walked right to the check-in desk, got our little bands. They give you these. Our bands were black. Everybody else had the
red.
The red ones.
The red string gray band.
Yes, that's the one they had. We had the all black everything. They put it around our wrists, checked us in, and just let us go.
We went through a scanner.
We went through, the scanning was easy. They want to make sure that you're not bringing any contraband or things like that on board. You have to take off your hat if you have a hat. It was more like going through TSA to get on that boat.
We did not have to take our shoes off, and we did not have to take our laptops out or any electronics or anything. Just put your bags through the x-ray machine and walk through this thing. Empty your pockets and walk through this thing.
And then that's it. We grabbed our stuff and we strolled into the Resilient Lady.
And then here is where the first clue of spoiledness and how I have spoiled my husband started showing its head. We get in the elevators because we never ever check a bag. So we had our carry-ons with us already in our bag, so we used the elevator. And then the sweetest old lady, they have a whole bunch of like Walmart door greeters there. You noticed that, right?
Yes, I
did. The sweetest old lady is like, saying hello, pointing us to the seats. My husband, the Incredible Hulk, believes he heard the old lady say the champagne is down that way. And here we go. Hulk is arguing with me as to where does he get a glass of champagne. And here I am for the 10th time. There will be no champagne before you board the ship. No, I'm pretty sure she said the ship.
I thought I heard champagne. I'm sticking by what I said. She said champagne that way.
And then you sat there and you had your your orange infused water.
Orange infused. I'm used to lemon or mint infused water. They had oranges floating, basking in an aqua sphere. But it was good because that's the first time I've ever drank orange infused water. We sat on this side with the other rock stars, mega rock stars, just the rock star side. And we were able to see the ship for the first time. And that was a marvel for me to look at this massive floating mini city. And, I had the ability to see them loading the luggage onto the boat, the ship.
So you saw some of the operations.
I saw the operations and the way that they load that ship so fast. And we were able to observe the regular guest on the other side. That was crazy. It was a lot of people over there. It was everybody else, basically.
Yeah, but now, as somebody who's experienced it, even with that, I would say it was still organized chaos. Mm-hmm. Like, there was still a process and lines, clearly marked lines, and people were, it was just a much bigger volume of people waiting to get in. But it did look organized. It just looked crowded.
They did a good job of catering to the rock stars. Mm-hmm. I will say that. I didn't feel out of place or like it was a basic check-in. Mm-hmm. I felt like they gave you that real rock star entrance. And then when it was time to go in, they opened the rope and they let us go. And we were the first ones to board. And we were greeted with dancing and music.
A DJ.
And the DJ. I'm visualizing it, and I wish I was still there. And then we go into the grand entrance and just see all this beauty, all this. It was decorated so amazingly. Mm-hmm. Did you like it? This is your first time on a Virgin cruise.
It's my first time on a Virgin cruise. I've been knowing about them for a long time. I was going to go on a solo right before I met you because they launched during COVID.
Oh, so this is a new company.
Yeah, it's under...
Well, not new company, but a new...
Yeah, it's under 6 years old. Yeah, it's under like 6 or 7 years old. Yeah.
The more you know.
I was going to take a solo trip because they were already catering to solo travelers and have good programming for solo travelers, and something that they were doing differently. Now other lines are doing it because they caught on. When you go to another line, if you are not flying, but if you're sailing solo, you got to pay double for the double occupancy. But here they will let you just pay single because it's just you in the room. So that's one of the many things that they were doing differently. But so we walked in, the DJ, the music, the happenings cast, all dancing, very welcoming, all sorts of people, all ages,
nationalities, genders.
All genders, all races, all
the age range.
And then we go into the sip lounge where we are served.
Is it sip or zip?
SIP.
Sip lounge, okay.
Like you're taking a sip of this Moët that they just pour on this glass. Moët. And they kept that Moët going.
That ship had Moët everywhere. Like you can fill up bathtubs with the amount of Moët. It's like they're sponsored by Moët, are they?
No. That's just a drink. No, they're not sponsored. They're
God.
But we paid for it. I mean, it's.
Oh, that is true. So, maybe it was only everywhere for us.
Yes.
My God, I sound crazy right now. Well, it was Moët everywhere. Big bottles, popping bottles coming up. They forced you to drink Moët because as soon as you walk into the sip lounge, they just slam the glass in your face. And then I say, I want 2 glasses, and you get a glass, and you get a glass. And we're just throwing it back.
So no,
sitting.
we took the first glass because your husband, very smart. I said we need to get in these elevators before everybody else gets in these elevators because we were in one of the higher floors. So I said grab a glass of champagne with your free hand and with your other hand follow me because I had looked up the map already and I knew that down the hall from the Sip Lounge to the left there were going to be the bank of elevators that we could take to get to our room.
And we were right there.
So we took that, got to the room, put our stuff away, did the safety video, did some videos for YouTube, which will be uploaded soon. So make sure you're staying engaged with our social media. We'll put the link in the description when it's ready.
Yes.
And so we did all of that, and then we returned back to the Sip Lounge to fully enjoy the remaining 2 hours of open Moët Chandon bar that we had.
Now you can get other drinks.
Yes,
but
why would
love
you?
Champagne. So
why would you?
We were going to bleed them dry of champagne, and that's where we met our Rockstar agent.
What's her name?
Do you remember her name?
Annie.
Anastasia.
But she goes by Annie.
I called her Annie. I wanted to try to get the accent down, to sound bourgeois. Annie. And she was nice, lovely, sweet woman. Very
She
attentive.
actually called you Mr. Hulk, and then she said Mr. Juanki.
I think she called you a junkie.
That's very close. No, she said at first I thought it was junkie, and she was like, no, and I was like, no, but she got it right. She was like, Juanki, and I was like, yes, Juanki. She was, because when I saw it on the paper at first I thought it said junkie, and then she started laughing. I was like, oh no, yeah, no.
She tried to call her. I just need another fix, man. I think she did a good job of reading. Because anyone who actually reads your name
sees that as
they
Juan.
can see that as Juanki, but your eyes automatically just go to the K, the I, the E, and then it just says junkie. Like it's a weird thing that your brain does. But she was nice. She was very attentive. She got all of our needs addressed. And after that, we went to the room to change. Did we change?
No, after that we actually went to the Rich's Rooftop.
Okay,
to the VIP.
Let's not slow roll this. Let's do this. We went to Rich's Rooftop. That's where the VIP rock stars get to go to have more Moët and any other drink that you would like. Is that the front of the ship?
That is at the front of the ship.
The front of the ship, rooftop, jacuzzis everywhere. The bar is it's like a horseshoe design. So in the middle of the horseshoe is the bar, and then around the horseshoe design is lounges, jacuzzis. It was amazing. It was blocked off by doors that you had to access with your bracelet. They did have the day beds where you can lay down and just watch, and it had some of the most beautiful views from the ship.
Right.
It was just an open view of everything. I enjoyed it. That was one of my favorite parts of the ship. The type of people that were there were a pleasure to be around. Everyone was chill, except for the end. But we'll tell you about that one. No, let's just tell them now.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we got to the end of the cruise,
this is like day 5 of 5.
Yeah, like we had some European party, like these type of people that be in Ibiza.
Frat boy. He reminded me of
every
a frat
type
boy.
Just partying, screaming. We're the rock star. We're the rock. I was like, you act like you've never been anywhere before.
And then did you see security slowly coming about?
Ghetto.
Security slowly coming about.
Crept in and they kept it professional, but we left because it was so tacky.
Yeah.
Tacky as hell, Giselle. And they were these white, like I said, they look like they partied at Ibiza and sniffed cocaine all the time.
Boys. Yeah.
That's what it was giving me. I feel like if it was a black person, they would have tasered us and had us in jail.
But I will say that they were waiting for security to come up, and while we were leaving, security was coming up.
Yeah, the staff did a good job of just trying to keep it neutral.
Contain it a little bit while they were, because I saw them calling and then they came up.
Because you saw how uncomfortable they were.
Of course, they were
act like that over here. Go get drunk. And
everybody has, for the last 4 days, everybody has been lit, but everybody has been peaceful.
Respectful.
Exactly. No nasty energy, no entitlement, none of that. And while we're at it, what did you think of the service staff up in the rooftop?
Oh, they kept bringing me my pretzels and my champagne, so I have no complaints. She walked over every time. And then when she knew that I was indulging in the champagne, she would bring 2 for me and bring 2 cups of pretzels. So I have no complaints about the staff at all.
They were great.
I don't think I've had I don't think the whole entire time there was a problem with any of the staff.
Yeah.
You?
No, I think everything was fine. You know, we thought that we had an issue with the bathrobes and not and the staff not bringing the bathrobes because some of you already know I'm a hypoallergenic type of traveler. So I had called ahead to make sure that there was no duvet, no feathers, because I will go into a whole situation. So every time we travel, I have to go ahead and do that. It's in my tech rider, okay? It's my performance rider. So when we got into the room, I'm looking for my Rockstar bathrobes. You know, they have a little hat and everything. You can put them on and go swing in the hammock, and the bathrobes are not there. So I text our Rockstar agent, and she said, okay, right on it. Let me let the cabin staff know. And, you know, it's like day 1 and bathrobes never showed up.
I know.
So I'm like, I gotta let her know again. Like, okay, the bathrobes never came. I just want to make sure that you don't think we took them home because they were never here.
That part.
And then the bathroom, she said, absolutely, they will be there. Then the bathrobes did come, and the guy was letting me know that because I had the allergy notice on the thing, they were waiting for the spa bathrobes to have been differently cleaned. Like they didn't use detergent, they used something else. It went through another process, and the ones that he was giving me had just been fresh off the press because they were warm and everything. So that was the delay. So I don't even write that off as like
a staffing
issue. No, I don't think so.
They were being attentive to your needs.
Yeah.
I would say that the record player was a little...
The record player, and that's something that I have seen already on YouTube, a lot of complaints about the record players being broken by guests, because that's really what it is, guests not knowing how to use record players. And some of the newer ships that have gone into refurbishment, they have actually taken off those record players, and then you can use your iPod, like you could plug in your iPod.
Oh, into like a deck or
type
something.
of thing, yeah, that type of thing, yeah.
I would have been okay with that, but I did want to enjoy the record player. It just reminded me of my grandparents, you know, old times. But other than that, the room was immaculate. The
good size
space,
for you?
It was a great size. And to be so tall, I was afraid that I would have to bend down and touch my knees to take a shower. But I was able to fit in there quite fine. I could stand straight up, take a great shower. The bathroom was a good size. It had we had a single vanity, right? It was single vanity?
No, we had a double vanity.
We had a double? Oh, we did? No, did we?
Was it a double bed? No, it was a single vanity.
Single vanity.
It was a single vanity,
but
yeah.
The bathroom,
but it was huge.
I saw the other rooms on the ship, so I will say that this bathroom could have been the size of some of these cabins. So, and then it had the double mirror,
the see-through
so you can
mirror.
see through, and you can see through the bedroom and see out to the ocean. The way you can program the lights to do different moods and settings. The bed was king.
Yes, what they call it, a European king.
European king, yeah, that sounds like queen. So a European king size mattress. The room was amazing, and I enjoyed the room. You know, we stayed there a lot because I realized I'm getting old. I needed to take a couple breaks because I haven't partied this hard since I was probably 24.
Wow.
So I was up and my body was getting beat down.
Before we go into the parties, since we're at check-in, let's do check-out too, because that's the part that really impressed me. From the moment they opened the rope to get off the ship, to the moment I slammed the door in my car so that we can leave the port, no lie, it took 6 MF minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. And in those 6 minutes, it included us stepping out of the ship, running into a friend, walking down out of the ship, walking down an staircase, okay, through the luggage. We didn't have luggage, but through the luggage, clearing customs, getting out to the port, waiting for the cars to go by so we can cross onto the parking lot.
Running like Tina Turner.
Right. Across the lanes of traffic with the luggage, walking a friend to the taxi cab, giving her a hug and a kiss, going down the little ramp, crossing yet another little side street, and then physically walking to the parking spot that we parked at.
My God.
That we parked at. All of that took 6 minutes. Now, Hulk, let me tell you, completely unheard of.
I don't have nothing to compare it to. I know that I would go crazy if we go somewhere else and it takes longer than that. I know when it came to checkout, we were gonna go have a nice breakfast because we could check out we could check out later than everybody.
Correct.
If we wanted to.
Yeah.
But in the morning, we said, F it, let's just get the F out of here.
Because I was concerned that the crowds were gonna be,
and
especially clearing customs.
Ridiculous.
My concern was the customs line where you gotta see the agent.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I know how that can get in Port or Miami. Based on the other ships. Mm-hmm. So I was like, baby, let's just go.
Let's go. We'll get some food.
And then when we got down there, remember, we were trying to leave at like 7 a.m., right?
Yeah, we left as soon as they opened it up.
Right. And we remember we went downstairs and it was that line that wrapped around the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. People started to line up.
And I kept saying, no, Rockstars, we go a different way. And then you went over there and you checked.
And we got to sit down with about 10 other people and got
at the front of the line.
Oh, my God. They let us off first and we started running. I did not want to deal with that traffic leaving. That's what my concern was. All those vehicles in that parking garage trying to leave at the same time with all that construction going on in Miami would have drove me crazy. But I will say that checkout was seamless.
What about
Virgin
customs?
did a good job.
I was shocked at
Customs
I have always had to either put my passport in the machine and get a big X across the passport and then have to go see somebody. Or, when we land at JFK, we have to stand on the line and then see a human who's then going to ask you, what's the nature of your visit and where did you go, all of that. We didn't have to see nobody. We stepped in a little camera. It gave me a green check, and they said, keep going, don't stop, keep going.
Like, go. No, that was an amazing experience. So let's hope it's always like that.
Yes.
We'll see. Other than that, we did party a lot. The first night we did the pajama night. How did you like it? We were on the top.
Pajama night was excellent. For next time, I want to make sure I have something better to wear.
Me too.
But it was exactly what I expected it to be. I was exhausted. Our day had begun at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Literally, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we are bouncing and jumping around
going
without
crazy
a rest.
With a drag queen.
And we had drank for hours and hours and hours, taking shots.
Yeah, drinking champagne, taking shots, partying with the drag queens and the people that were having a pajama contest to see who would win. And it was that gay Asian guy with the pink.
No.
Did he win?
That was at bingo with the diva.
Oh, and then we did bingo with the diva. That was fun. We didn't win, but the prizes surprised me. It was like, the first one was 900, then it went to like, 1,300, 1,500?
It went all the way to like 2,500.
Yeah, that's insane.
And what I do like about this line, and it was surprising, the other lines, which shall remain nameless, that I've been to, they do bingo as part of their thing, and what you win is you win another cruise with the same line. Here they gave them hard cash.
Coin, keep them there.
Okay, right there, like you want it, here it is. Click. No taxes, no nothing. Here it is, 2,500. Boom.
That was interesting, and I wish we would have won that, but we would have just spent it on another cruise anyway. So I'm okay playing bingo and winning another cruise, or getting the money because we would have just put it on another cruise anyway. But bingo was fun, and then we also did the other show. So let's stick to the shows. We did bingo with the diva, and then what's the one that you got pulled on stage for?
Diva Fever.
That was a campy, weird 70s theme.
It was like 70s or 80s.
The same diva, though.
Yeah, it was the same. Yeah, there's only one diva.
But she was really. Oh, well, that explains why it was the same diva. But she could really sing because she used her real voice.
Yeah.
She did not lip sync during that entire performance. It was kind of corny, but on purpose.
It was camp.
I didn't like how people kept getting up and leaving.
Well, that's
They had a specific type of demographic there that would vote against her right to exist. But I was like, why
chose
would you
to come here, even
there?
though all the marketing materials, she's dead center, and you do know you're coming to a cruise that's openly accepting of everybody. You're coming to a cruise that has two hosts. One is a drag queen, one is a girl. And, the Happenings cast is pretty flamboyant. You know, they have all gender bathrooms. They do respect your pronouns, whatever you put in the reservation. As I said, they called him Hulk and they called me Juanki. Yeah. Everywhere we went, but one time, and I do understand the person needed to confirm a reservation and they were going off what I was on their screen at the restaurant. Yeah, so I get that part. But everywhere else on the ship, if I scan my bracelet or whatever, they will call me back why my preferred name was. So I don't understand why. I feel like people that come to these type of events, knowing ahead of time what the event is going to be like, go in there already wanting to argue and have an issue and be victimized. So then they could come back on the YouTube streets or any forum and complain. Who the hell spends all this money and to go be unhappy somewhere?
I mean, you saw them. So we're not going to get into that.
But I will say that they were the minorities. But when you could see them, you could see them. Because they stuck out like a sore thumb. I'm gonna say that out of, like, you know, let's say the ship is 100%. Out of 100%, I would say that they were probably 5%
or less.
But it was 5% that I did not care for, and I did not spend this money to be here with that 5%
at all. So we avoided them.
And sometimes they literally would just stand and stare.
When we were playing Monopoly,
literally just sit across
sat there and just stared at a group of black and Hispanic people playing Monopoly, having a good time, drinking some good drinks, and they're just staring at us. When we were in the beach, they were staring at us and jumping in our conversations. When we were at dinner, they were staring at us and jumping in our conversations. I learned about pickup trucks and how she's so fat that she has to slide down on her butt to get through. And her husband needed to build some special steps to get in his lifted F-250. And that her sister is a fat complainer too. And they up there just giggling, going back and forth. Now, they were nice. They were from the swamps. They were from New Orleans. That's what they said. Their words, not mine. I
don't know. Call me well-traveled and well-mannered, and, you know, I can get real nasty, too. But if I see a couple, and if I see two people that are clearly a couple, you know, because granted, we're two males, but we are on a cruise ship with the host is a drag queen, okay? So it's not too far out. Perhaps they're together. And we're coming here for breakfast. Let them have a moment. Let them have maybe a romantic situation. And I'll take it further. We are in Bimini Beach in the Bahamas, some of the most beautiful waters we've ever been at. I'm literally with my hands around Incredible Hulk's neck, because why not? Who's gonna say what? And here goes these people interrupting the moment.
In our conversations,
jumping in
to correct us on our conversation about a ship that came in. Oh, it's a high-speed ferry. We didn't ask you though. Oh, how did you? What do you do for a living? How did you afford to get on this trip? Mind your fucking business. Why would you ask those questions? This is why people get punched in the face and then they cry victim, my love. Who asks those questions? I don't care enough about you to ask you any of those intrusive questions about you, your being, or how you got there. But I understand you see two minorities living their best life with that black. It was the black bracelet that did it. It was the golf cart that got us to that beach because they had to wait on that trolley where they had to sit with 20, 30 other people when it was just me and you on a VIP golf cart. That's what does it. Yeah. That's what does it to these people.
Yeah.
And they hate it, and I love it. That's like a sick fetish of mine.
I just don't understand. Like, let me tell you, and it's not about, when I'm outside with Hulk, nobody say nothing to me. We are friendly people, and you know, we've seen other couples. It's one or two words and keep it moving.
It's time and place.
These people, and you take context cues. You take cues. These people want, like I said, my arms around his neck, and
here they come face to face.
Here they come to try to, or he was trying to teach me how to swim, and the whole night. Here come these people to try to, and then it's not like they said one word and that's it. No, then they stay there, and then I see them trying to slowly get closer, and I'm like, are we drifting or are we?
It was the
like.
one person's in IT and security, the other person is like, why do I know what you do for a living and how many kids you have? And they did that just to try to fish out my occupation and what do I do.
You saw me. I straight up gave them my back, and they kept talking. Again, they don't take context. If I was talking to somebody and I see them completely not say one word, not even acknowledge me, and turn their back towards me and look the other way, that's my cue to shut the fuck up and be out.
But I will say this, nowhere else that we've gone has people done that. When we were in La Casa de la Playa, nobody did that to us.
And I'm going to point something out. Even though we went to the Bahamas, literally, technically, we were still in the United States because we weren't that far. We didn't go international because we went to, Bimini Beach is one stop, but we were in Key West. We were in Miami. We were still technically in this fucking country.
In the vicinity of America,
You know what I'm saying? Like in the vicinity of it. It's not like we went to the DR, went to London, Mexico, where it's completely out there across oceans and the whole night. And that's what it is. It's Americans.
And the thing is, you can tell they don't, well, most of them, it was their first cruise. But I also feel as if it was their first time doing anything because they just didn't have the etiquette or the respect. Like, I'm over here. This isn't a 4th of July summer fest at the beach in New York or wherever people or in Florida. Like, I don't want to have a conversation with you. I'm with my husband and we're having a good time and you're interfering. And it's not that, you can say hello and hi because something happened that was funny, but to sit there and constantly try to draw out a conversation between strangers that are obviously having an intimate moment is bananas to me. But, people are people. And you know what they say, when you're black, you're never really alone.
I noticed
because there's always
now.
Someone watching.
Now I know it.
And I cannot just be by myself.
Weird shit.
And it's insane. But I digress. Let's talk about Scarlet Night.
Scarlet Night. All right.
Scarlet Night. It was dope for what it was. We started in the middle of the ship, the stairwell, and they had the Happenings cast that was doing a lot of the dancing, and they had a nice little number put together. How did you feel about that?
Well, as a performer, I always want a next performer to succeed. But I get it, interpretive performance. I get it, spontaneous, randomly, all of that. I do think that, now I'm being a little bit critical on this. I do think that the performances for Scarlet Night, how the whole storyline is woven together, needs to be reworked. It needs to be reworked. I was watching the center, kind of like the core performance and the staircase, the spiral staircase. I was not impressed. I was not entertained. I understand what they were trying to go for. I don't think it was properly executed. I will say that this set of performers that we watched had been on that ship for 2 weeks. They just got hired. Non-stop. The old crew just left. So this is a fresh, and if this is what they're giving us fresh, I will hate to see what it's gonna be like when it's already stale, because I was just not feeling it. And as a performer, again, I live for a performance. Heck, I got on stage with a disco diva, and was shoving fake dollars to a mannequin.
Into a mannequin dress.
Dress, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I did not have the dress on. The dress was on a mannequin, and we were. And I did it for a glass of champagne.
And you did win.
Yeah, and I won.
Drop a bomb on that?
Yes. But so the interpretive dance thing, I'm not a fan of. At least the one that was on a staircase. The ones that were pop-up performances, those were more interesting because they actually had an actual performance.
I would say the problem with the staircase is the line of sight. Everybody couldn't sit there and see everything. You had to go over people to see everything that was going on because it was kind of in a pit. It wasn't like floor level because they were dancing on the stairs going up and down. So it was a lot of people with cell phones, and I was pointing the cell phone down so that we can all see because I'm taller than everybody. I get the concept of everything starting in the middle of the ship and then it just branches out to the right. Now, far from that part, that was cool for what it was for the second that we stayed there.
Right. We did miss the kind of like the climax of the whole thing that would have been upstairs by the pool area where the octopus was inflated. I will say, in terms of lighting and design, that's really cool. Of the design of the performance, off the hook, the ship turned red at different times. Slowly, eventually, the whole ship was red. There were tentacles falling from areas that were not there before. So they actually had a crew going around and setting up. And at the end, a big octopus inflates
At the top,
at the
in the
pool.
pool.
We missed that part. But I like how they try to bring everything together. Now, why an octopus? I didn't understand that part.
Like those giant octopus that wraps around ships and they be killing people in movies. So it was tentacles everywhere in the ship.
Right,
and
yes.
He was on the top basically wrapping his tentacles around the whole ship. That's the concept that it was giving.
And you got that right away? Because I
yeah.
just got that because you explained it to me.
No, I got it because I was like, okay, I get it. Because at first I was like, this is stupid.
But then my question is, okay, so then you have the singer that tells a story and she has that song and the whole nine, the Lady in Red and the whole nine. How do we go from a human Lady in Red that was like the Navy, the ships were going and she found her sweetheart that way to an octopus?
The world may never know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Listen, I think what it was just a bunch of spontaneous shows everywhere. And the only thing that was consistent was there was a giant ass octopus in the pool and his tentacles were all over the boat. That's it. But they had a lot of pop-up performances. We had the little couple that was not a couple. That was their shtick.
Not together.
Not together. Yeah, that was the name of the band, right? Not together.
Not together.
Not together. And then at the end, they decided that maybe they should be. It was
together. Yes.
It was. Oh my God.
They should just drop the knot and be together.
Yeah. It was. We did that. We saw a little bit of jazz over here, a little bit of rock over there, some R&B over there, some pop, and the sound. You're correct about the sound. No room. It didn't bleed into the other rooms. That's what I should say.
Yeah.
So the music in this room did not bleed into the next room. The Sip Lounge always had classical type music, like some chill, piano bar type music. But everywhere else, it was hip hop here, it was pop here. Loved it. Karaoke over there. They even had a section for people playing games. Some guy tried to invite me to play chess. But I told him, I said, I don't feel like thinking right now. Like, chess is a thinking man's game. And I've had unlimited champagne my entire time on this ship. So, no thank you. It was cool. We partied. We didn't see the climax of the Scarlet Night because we were burnt out. And we said, let's just go to bed. I think I realized how old I was on that ship. And I'm not even old. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't keep up with this.
It's a lot
there was people
going on.
older than us that was partying the whole time, going to bed at like 3
Also,
in the morning.
hi. What about the guy in the wheelchair
Oh, he was getting
up
in.
there at for
Pajama night?
Pajama night
Getting it in.
at
See,
like
and that's
1
another-
a.m.
Differently able people were also on this boat. So elderly people with disabilities. It was an all-inclusive
and everybody was welcome.
event.
Yeah,
And everyone was welcome. And
it can access all areas too. Like
And
it's
I don't think there were any issues on this ship. There were none.
no.
It was a pleasant time. So besides that, we had the We Fancy night. We dressed up. Wait, did we do the We Fancy? No, we didn't.
No, we really.
tired. We said
and
no.
the funny thing is that going into the cruise, I kept telling my husband, we have to pace ourselves. This is your first time on a cruise, your first time on a group trip. I am a veteran of these things, so I know exactly how this is gonna go. And my intentions were to not go so hard. And by day 2, I was completely shot. I was gone. I was done. Done.
Okay, done. But that was most of the partying that we did. The food, 10 out of 10. I don't think I had did I have a bad meal on it? The clam chowder in, where was that, the Wake?
The Wake.
The Wake, we went to the Wake almost every night.
3 times.
We were supposed to go to one place called Extra Virgin. We did not make it to Extra Virgin.
We did not make it to Extra Virgin.
We went to the
Yet.
Wake instead, and we had steak almost every night. We had.
Oh my God, I gained 7 pounds because I had steak every day. Every day I wanted a type of steak.
Steak and champagne.
And I wanted it charred.
I actually tried medium well. And I actually like medium well steak now. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's how you're supposed to eat it. I used to love it blacker than my skin. But now, medium well is my thing. A little chewy. It's a little flavorful. I can take it like that.
What about the desserts?
The desserts. Oh, the lick me till you scream.
Yeah.
Ice cream. The ice cream was good. Oh my God. You cannot give me unlimited ice cream. I would eat them out of inventory. And that was in the, what was that area called?
That's like by the entrance area.
No, we called it it had a name.
Yeah, I don't. That's the
You don't
entrance
remember
area.
the name of the whole galley?
That wasn't in the galley.
That wasn't a galley. No?
Lick me to the screen. No, that was up by where the staircase was. Right when you first come in, going back down that way.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was drunk. Sue me.
But the galley. Talk about the galley.
The galley, we had, what's the place we sat down and had those little finger kebabs on the
That is
steak?
actually, that's not the galley. That is called the dock house at the very back of the ship.
If you are on this ship, go to the dock house. We destroyed them. And the lady was like, oh, another plate? That's what she said to me. Because when I ordered, I was like, let me get 3 of those steaks and 3 of those shrimps. And we did try, there was another one that we tried and didn't like, right?
Where?
At the dock house.
No, you didn't like the octopus. I enjoyed it.
Oh, the octopus was disgusting.
I enjoyed it.
I did not like the octopus. He liked the octopus. I didn't.
But go speak on the galley.
The galley.
That is where their version of a buffet. Remember when you were behind the glass and they would give it to you? Yeah.
But it was.
That's also where you got
elevated.
your desserts.
The desserts.
That's also where you got the little desserts that we cut up in the galley.
I remember, but I don't remember. I do remember. Oh, I
we sat with
remember,
the
but I
group
don't remember because
on the
there were a
table.
lot of things that we were not able to do because we did so much. So we did not try the tacos. We did not try the pizza. And we heard that the pizza and the taco were some of the must-haves on this ship. I didn't even do the burgers. I didn't do the burgers either. I did do the
bento box.
We did the bento box. That was good. So I recommend the bento box. The ice cream was amazing. I recommend that. You had the champagne ice cream though, right?
No, I didn't.
The popsicle? No.
Mm-mm.
We didn't do that either?
I didn't do that.
So
I had just the champagne.
We got to do
Not
that
the
on the next
popsicle.
one. We have a lot of things that we still, and I like that we didn't experience everything because the next time, because all the ships have the same setup.
Yeah, it'll be the same setup. They are making some
minor adjustments
and here and there, but for the most part it'll be the same.
Okay.
So whatever we didn't experience this time, we can try to experience at the next.
Yeah, but I did like how there weren't any open buffets where people were sliding their nasty arm skin over the food and everything was being handed to us.
I feel like they kept hygiene in mind when designing this shit.
Thank God for that because people do not like to wash their hands. So I'm grateful that they made the food for us. And gave it
if you
to
wanted
us.
an omelet, they will make the omelet for you. It's not eggs that's just sitting there, for breakfast. They will literally make them back there and then bring them out for you. And then also there was a lot of like if you sit down, they come to you.
Yeah.
So you don't have to stand in line and go. Like they
you raise
bring
the
it to
arm
you.
on the
Menus.
table had a menu that you can raise the arm on, and they would walk by periodically, see it, and then take your order. So that was nice. Even for drinks, they would come and they would ask you and they had little drink stations set up where you can get drinks as well. So that was designed very thoughtfully. Yeah, there you go. You got my word, babe. Other than that, how did you like Razzle Dazzle? Because I didn't like it. I had that black burger, that black chicken, the black patty on the chicken sandwich, and the French fries. I was not impressed with Razzle Dazzle.
This is why I didn't have Razzle Dazzle as a dinner thing. I had it as breakfast one of the days because Razzle Dazzle originally was a vegan restaurant with lots and lots of impossible everything, and so we don't eat that stuff. So I had it for like a breakfast in one of the ports, but we also had our voyage was also short. It was like 4 nights, 5 days. So and there's like 7 places to eat there. So we were not going to be able to do everything on this particular
But the fact that
trip.
we still have a lot left to do, I'm excited. We did karaoke and Juanki was in there singing his heart out and putting on a performance. It was...
Did you see when I came out of the elevator? I came out of the elevator and then I had the Beyonce fan on stage with me. And then did you see when they did a whole wardrobe change right before your eyes? I nearly stood naked in front of the audience. But I'm a performer. They just dropped the light so that you couldn't see anything. And then when the lights came on, I had all my rhinestones on and the whole night. Did you see?
I've seen the champagne. What was that? The champagne glass that you were sitting in.
The champagne glass. Oh yes, and I was swinging from side to side.
Yes.
But I'm a little bit upset that the fog machine did not work. But we're going to, during the production
meeting. Someone got fired for that.
During the production meeting, we're going to go over that. But yes, I told them I want haze, beams of light. And they missed that part. But
it was fun. The karaoke was fun.
Okay.
You want to talk about the destination?
Go ahead. We already said Bimini.
We went to Key West and Bimini Beach. Now, Key West was disappointing for me.
Yeah. I don't know. And the funny thing is, I was looking at what are the future voyages that they have. Key West has been like excommunicated from their trips.
Thank God.
They're not doing Key West. It's out. They replaced it with Puerto Plata, DR.
Let's go. I love DR, so I'm good with that. But Key West was disappointing. It was literally just a hotter version of Florida because it's still Florida. So just Miami, just hotter. The streets are... Most of the buildings there were abandoned or being restored. It was just roosters and liquor everywhere, just bars. The food wasn't interesting. We went to the dock. We walked from one side to the other in a matter of 10 minutes?
Yeah,
and
10, 15 minutes.
We wanted to try the key lime pie, but after going to the dock, we saw a couple of big ass fish in the water. And I said, babe, I'm done. There was nothing there in Key West.
And it was so hot too. It was
so hot and humid. It was nothing. Key West was so disappointing. And a lot of people felt the same way. Mm-hmm. Did you feel like that?
Absolutely.
A lot of
been there, done that. Do not need to come back. And I did not get a T-shirt. So
I think I'm done with Florida. Then we went to the
Bimini.
Bahamas. Bimini, let me tell you, that water was amazing.
I told you, and let me tell you that.
Oh my God.
Aruba water is going to be better than that.
I don't know
if you could even imagine that.
He said you could see your toenails through the water, and I looked down and I could see my toenails in the water, crystal clear, warm water, and there were no waves for a long time. And then the speedboat came, and then the waves started just thrashing people for a little bit. But it was the sand, soft.
We jumped in the water at about 10:15 a.m. and it was, if that, maybe 10 a.m. Right? We went out there early, and that water was just the perfect temperature.
It was an amazing experience, and I don't think I can go to any other beach in the United States again. I'm over the beaches here. I'm spoiled when it comes to beaches and where I'm going to allow myself to get into some water. We stayed there. It was nice, but that's when we were attacked by a mob of nosy ass people that wanted to know all of our business down to our blood type.
And how we could afford this.
Which is crazy for anyone to even ask those type of questions. But they did have lunch for us because we were in the because we were in the Rockstar area, so they did have lunch for us. And we sat under the hut, and I was disappointed in that too.
I was disappointed on that setup, and they sent me 2 surveys, and now they put me in a focus group where they want me to give them my opinions, and they're giving me some credit and shit. But I told them, I said, Bimini Beach has a fly problem.
A big fly problem.
I said the food was disappointing, and I had to keep on waving around things so that flies did not land on the food. And now this is us here. What about behind the scenes where we cannot see?
Before the food comes out. How many flies were sitting there chilling, drying maggots or something?
Right.
I didn't like it. And the food was basic except for the dessert. I forgot what the dessert was.
Rum cake.
The rum cake was amazing. We ordered another one. It was another one. That rum cake did it for me. The best part of that was the water and that rum cake. But we didn't stay out there that long either, and we got back to the boat. But I did enjoy the water.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the people that we run into while we were out there.
The issues that they have, and that's why I told you, I said, okay, once we eat before the show, because there's 2 sections. There's the Rockstar quarters, and then there's like a pool party area where the Happenings cast comes, and they do a DJ and a pool party between 12:30 and 2 o'clock. Okay, and so they're doing the whole thing. I said to Hulk, we have to make sure that we are online for the trolley way before the show ends, because it's gonna be insane getting back. And we actually were leaving at not even 2 o'clock. We left at 1:30.
Yeah.
And the line was horrible.
It was already horrible.
We had to end up taking a taxi.
We took a taxi. We paid for it. Well, we had one of our friends with us that we met on the cruise. She was getting a taxi because she said, hell no, we won't go. And she said she was out there waiting for 45 minutes. And I said, hell no, we're not waiting out here. But she saw somebody parked down and was like, is you a taxi? Grabbed that, waved us, said, they want me too. And we got in there and we were out to that ship. Didn't even wait for the golf carts because they said it was taking forever for them to come.
Yeah.
How is it? It's not that many rock stars on the boat.
Yeah.
And plus she wasn't a rock star, so it would have been even worse for her. So we just left. I did enjoy Bahamas. I would go there again. I don't know about them flies and that food, but I would go to the beach.
I will go to Bimini just to take a dip. I will go early.
We'll go to that other beach that we saw.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
That whole, as soon as you get off the pier, you go down a road and there's a nice little private looking beach.
I think it was $10 for the chair and the umbrella, and then you're right there. I would totally do that again.
Next time, that's exactly what
I would do that one. Yeah,
that's
I
more
would do that
VIP
one.
for me, and I don't need all of that extra stuff. Just being in peace and being right there by the boat where I could walk back.
Yeah,
that's something for me right there.
Yeah.
But overall, I enjoyed the Resilient Lady. I can't wait to get to the next cruise because we actually booked another cruise while we were on the cruise. And I'm excited for it. You excited for it?
I am excited for it.
We're going to be leaving out of Puerto Rico.
We're going to be leaving out of Puerto Rico.
I said it right? Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico.
Okay.
You're not going to say it right because you're not Puerto Riqueño.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puertorriqueño.
Next.
Oíste, porque como tú no sabes cómo es que se habla, la gente que están en Puerto Rico hablan así.
I'm going to say it like the
That's how we
president
talk.
said it.
That's how we talk.
I'm going to say it like the president of the United States. No, he said Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. No, he originally said it was an island, a floating island of garbage.
In Puerto Rico.
That's what he said.
He called it Puerto Rico. My God.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And then he attacked people with bounties.
He threw it at him, and they loved it.
A hurricane.
Getting face F by some bounty paper towels.
That's right.
And you get a paper towel.
And I will vote for that.
Those are Cubans. And now they're in Cuba. Anyway, let's not turn it into that.
Yep.
I just want to say it feels good to be back. It feels good to talk to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We are going to be back with more episodes. But we are consistently inconsistent, but that still makes us consistent.
No, I just want to say, listen, when we turn this microphone on, let me do some PR and some
PR.
Let me
do it.
It's been handled.
I'm gonna add something.
Let me get the Olivia Pope on right now.
Okay, let's do it.
I just want to say that the reason why you don't hear from us every single weekend or every other weekend is because we are smart about when we turn this microphone on. We turn this microphone on when we really have something to say. We would never come out here just to waste people's times. I don't care how entertaining it sounds. He is a businessman, and I run the machine behind the business. And so, we busy. We booked and busy.
We are very
You know what I'm
busy.
saying? And so when we come out here, it's because we want to tell you about what we've been doing, what's happening, or have commentary on what's happening in the news or whatever. So that's the reason why. The summer just started. We got plans. We're doing things. We'll be back.
We'll be
all right. We'll be around. This is why it's so important. It's imperative that you follow us in the social media, that you heart us, that you comment, that you tell the podcast to notify you of new episodes, because you just never know when the next one is going to drop.
Never know when we pop up. I will say this: we record, we edit, and do everything ourselves. We buy everything, all the music, everything. We do this ourselves. So it gets a little bit extra sometimes because we are real business people. We own a business. We work for a living. We are humans, okay? And I just want you guys to know that we still appreciate you guys sticking with us throughout all of this. I'm not doing this because please listen to the podcast. Listen, you listen. If you listen, if you don't, you don't. But We're just real people, and we don't pay people to do all of this stuff for us. We do it by ourselves. So,
with that said, Hulk, take us out.
Yes, we can be found on all major streaming platforms. Anywhere you get your podcast, you can find us.
Or you can stream us at www.jnhpodcast.com. There you will find a player and you can stream us right off our website.
Hey.